like how will that product turn out? And then roadmap is usually like how long could it take? Like within this time period, we need to get this done. And that's influenced by market rhythms and events. So if the market says they don't need this product anymore, then you shouldn't release it at that time. You should release it when it's like popular or when it's something that they'll need.
Yeah.
So something like that. I think there's more explanation, but this is what I
Can I
took.
explain you now?
Yeah, it's called supply and demand.
Yep. So remember, we talked about
Yeah.
it, that we'll be implementing the Agile ALM new UI after the new group start, remember? Then I back out. Why? Because they will not understand. But after a couple months, when I will be talking, let's go through the change process. They will say, what do you change? So then I can say, in a couple of days, you will see the change. Now, wow, we had the different UI before. Now the new UI. So now I can show them that's the change. You see? That's the what they're saying. Not only you have to release in the right time so that the people can see the value and it actually get the attention right away. So now our student will say, wow, yeah, hey, go to the class for you. They know how to do things, and so you can understand easily. Make sense? Okay, go ahead.
Should I talk about what the
Yeah, it is your session. I'm just helping you because you will not understand everything because there's so many things in
No, I'm
business.
just saying, like, there's so many things I learned. I don't know if I should be saying it here or would you like for everyone to know when they take the course?
Yeah, they should know. That's the reason. It's fine.
Okay, so I'll talk about how the story works. So I'm gonna read this off of the summary I have. It's a lot of details, but basically it should fit into one iteration, and if it doesn't, you would carry this to the next one. But before you choose a story for the iteration, you would have to first what do you call it? You have to reorganize the backlog. You should have some I think there's another meeting for this. In that meeting, you would be okay, I can't remember.
Every company call different thing, but yes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a meeting where I think it's called a meeting where we would go over just the backlog. It would be like for 1 hour.
Yes.
You would fix some of the user stories, right? So that in the next iteration, you have something to work on.
Yes. So the bottom line is you do not bring the development team in a planning meeting that your board is not, you're like, you don't know what you want from them. So it will be confusing them. You are wasting their time. So what do you have to do? You have to proactive. You have to behind the scene. You have to sit down and you need to groom all your user story that you want to see the development team member to actually in the planning meeting, they discuss, they estimate, and they actually take it to their sprint, the work stream. Why? Otherwise, you are confusing everybody. So that's the reason. Proactive means before you come to the planning meeting, make sure you have everything ready.
You at least should have like some user stories that is ready to go. Like you can pick from, we're gonna work on this.
Yes.
And those user stories should have already been fixed, would have been discussed by the team beforehand.
Yes.
Because and if you don't have this meeting at all, it happens is that after some iterations, there is no user story left to work on. The other user stories that are left, you have to organize them.
Correct.
And plus, in some cases, it also happens that when we write user stories, it has a lot of details. And so what happens is we have to break that down to smaller user stories.
Yep. Small things. Yep.
The smaller, the better, because the quicker you can get done with it, and the quicker you can move on. So it's very important, like, to split it up. If the team thinks that this is going to take longer than one iteration, then it's important, like, you just break it down to smaller parts. Other stories.
That is true. Okay. Understood. Yeah, that's true. So everything is small. So smaller brings the value, means we can get it done one day. It means we're adding the value. Correct? Okay, good. That is correct. So you understand. That's the reason so you can deploy every day. The testing will be done, deployment will be done, and you will see the changes happening daily.
And okay, so the traits for that story should be independent, it should be negotiable, valuable, estimable, should be small, and it should be testable.
Mhm.
And there's 3 C's that we have to follow. Like it should be like a card, like it fits into a small card. It's not too long. It's like conversation, and it has a confirmation.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just reading off at this point. And then the structure should be like when you give the title of the user, it should be like, is it?
You do not understand that part. Confirmation. What is this?
These are like the 3 C's that you should follow for a story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Follow this format. I'm not sure how to explain that one.
You just said it. I will explain.
Okay, so it's called the 3 C's: card, conversation, and confirmation.
Yep. So
Have you ever heard of that?
Okay. So it's an example. I gave you something, right?
Uh-huh.
What did the second say?
Second is conversation.
Conversation. So I gave you something. Just do not take it and be like the blind. You need to talk to me. You need to ask what it is. Actually, it's called the requirement analysis. Okay. You're talking to me. Make sure you understand my version.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I sent you an email. Hey, Faria, get it done. So you got it, right? You got the email, you open it. So you literally call me. So what do you want to do? You want to change, like instead of 8, you want to 10. And what else you want me to change? Oh, go that page. Oh, go that page. That's called the conversation. So now done. What do you do then? Next part? Confirmation, right?
Yes.
Confirming means you got it. And I can take it to the development team. Now you can explain that. That's the 3C.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's common sense, right? Actually, it's very common sense. Whenever someone give you something, make sure you have a conversation. Make sure you understand. If you do not understand, ask the question. Make sure you clarify your understanding. Now you can confirm them. Okay. Now I can confirm them. I got it. So that's C. All C makes sense. Okay, go ahead.
And the structure for
Remember, I call you guys sometime robot. Remember? I call you guys sometime robot because that the conversation doesn't happen. You guys do not ask the question. But hey, I don't understand this. Can you explain more details? So we need do not do the conversation either as I am giving you. I understand 2 things. You understand it. So I'm expecting the good outcome. Or if you do not keep not doing it, of course you become the robot. Means you just take the order and you are doing it, but end of the day, see, you are doing wrong way. So conversation is important. Go ahead.
And the structure should be like when you write the title of the user story, it's like, as a user, I need this so that I can do this.
Yes.
And then acceptance criteria would be like given, when, then, the format you taught us.
Yep.
So they're also following that.
Remember, as a buyer, I should be able to do this. Makes sense, right? Actor. Who is the application actor? You have to say, you have to greet with the actor. As a student, I should be able to sign up before the February 4th. So I can actually join the February 12th workshop as an actor. You cannot say as a parent. So based on so title should be like this, straightforward, so that everyone can understand. And of course, remaining is yes. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So other stuff are like, what is the definition of done? It should be it's only done when you're agreed upon checklist to mark the story and the iteration is complete.
Give me the real example.
A real example would be like, if the story, like you organize the story, first of all, you write the story, and then you go over it with the team, reorganize the story based on what they can do, what they can't do, what should be in the requirements and what shouldn't be in the requirements. And then you implement it. If needed, you make that story even smaller, and then you would just divide it among the teams to work on. There are multiple teams. And once they're done with the work, then you would review that user story, like if everything's done from the user story as it's written there.
Yes, everything done means, so the way you say everything done means quality, the development is done, deployment is done, quality assurance is done. If bug is found, bug is